Nicki crashes out, Bad Bunny makes history, Jelly Roll stays silent, and Duran Bernard, Ohio's very own, tonight on TNN. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Thank you for tuning into the channel again, Howie Media Group, and this is me, Jeron, your host for TNN, Toledo Negro News. Sit back, relax, grab a contact, and let's get into it. First story tonight on the docket, we want to congratulate Bad Bunny for making Grammy history and even further pissing off the MAGA base. Now, I'm not saying let's congratulate him for pissing off the MAGA base. I'm not saying that, but I'm actually saying congratulations for, at least making history. He has the only Spanish-speaking album ever to win a Grammy this year. It's called Un Verano Sin Ti, or for those that don't speak Spanish, it's called Summer Without You. This apparently is pissing off the MAGA base even more. They're taking to social media to vent their frustrations and calling out different celebrities over comments and stances against ICE and other political tragedies that we have going on in the United States right now. Take a look. Now, as you know, Bad Bunny is set to perform at this year's halftime show for the Super Bowl in just a few short weeks. Not even really a few short weeks, maybe like a week or so away. He will be performing some of his top hits, and a lot of people, they're saying that the man sucks and his music is trash and no one should listen to him, but you had to listen to him in order to not like it, right? So you still listen to it. In our next segment, we have Miss Crash Out herself, Miss he. For those that don't get the reference, Miss Non-Citizen Nicki Minaj, she is back in the headlines after her per usual crash out on social media, attacking Lizzo and fat shaming her, all while ignoring, ducking, and running from the ongoing backlash of her support for Mr. DJT and ICE, and even going as far as to gloat about being given an immigration gold card, only for the White House to come back and check her and let it be known that that card is simply commemorative. So basically, you telling me you got a souvenir from Quick Trip? Oh, okay. Oh, it's general. It's just the general ignorance and grifting for me. I never have. I knew it was something about her, and I don't care what chest her and her bobs feel like she's playing. It's ridiculous because it's a slap in our face. So I can safely say that the general consensus for anything dealing with her and her delusional fans is moving on. I want to send a big shout out to Duran Bernard. He earned his first Grammy Award winning album with Bloom. The 37-year-old Cleveland native has written for some of the likes of Erykah Badu, Anderson .Paak, Kaytranada, and the group The Internet, just to name a few. He was also runner-up for the 2019 season of BET's Next Big Thing. So I want to give some huge shouts out to him for uh, a lot of people looking at him stating that he could be the next generation or he is the new generation Prince or the artist, you know, due to his amazing vocal range and his androgynous openness and lifestyle and just his style period. So like, I'm gonna give a big shout out to Mr. Bernard. Kudos to you, Mr. Cleveland. Big ups to Cleveland. Cleveland, y'all shout that out right now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got something to celebrate, even though them cold folks are in just about every major and medium and minor. Well, every major and medium city here in the Buckeye State. Wow. Anyway, more insightful news right here on Toledo Negro News and the Howie Media Group channel. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you do so by hitting the like, subscribe, and share button, and hit the notification bell button to make sure you are notified all of the time whenever we drop any and everything right here on Howie Media Group. So, again, like, share, subscribe, or I'm gonna haunt you in your dreams. Lastly, this segment here, you know what? I'm coming out of I'm getting out of my anchor voice and I'm getting out of my news way, and I'm just gonna speak from the heart with this one. There's no way that anyone with a decent heart, anyone that calls them a child of Yah, anyone that says that they worship his son Yahweh and know that he died upon a cross for us, anybody that says that, but you're okay with what's going on right now, save it. Save it for the pearly gates. It's just inhumane. There's a lot that I can say, and I will later on in a different way. But just know that here, that's just inhumane. I wouldn't dare support it. No, I don't care how you feel. I don't care how you feel. There's a way to do things. We had several administrations that have done the same exact thing, but have we lost 9+ lives over it? No. Those that are sitting in silence is deafening. Because to say nothing is to accept everything. Now, there's some controversy going on because someone that I actually, I dug his music and I thought it was pretty cool. I think he still is, and I think he'll be able to bounce back from this, but I'm talking to Jelly Roll, bro. I, for one, even though you weren't using like correct names in my eye, but I appreciate the fact that you were paying homage to Yah and Yahweh last night at the Grammys. A lot of people did thank Yah, but some weren't. Never mind. We're not gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that. But I appreciate you bringing that to the forefront and proudly speaking about it. Just like I would if any other person that were speaking a different religion or different spirituality, went up there and gave praise to their deity. We're supposed to cheer for those people. You'll see why I'm saying that in just a second. But I want to say that for as loud as you were being with your religious belief on national TV, you should have spoken up and been just as loud when asked by reporters your stance on ICE and not answer, "I'm just a dumb redneck," because you're not. Anybody that knows you knows that you are an intelligent individual. You had some hard times in life, yeah. A lot of people do that. But you are a smart individual, so we knew better. Now, I'm not saying that, this is a Jelly Roll hate train. I'm not saying anybody should go, start sending nasty shit. Don't do that. Don't do that. I mean, if you want to crack jokes online, go ahead, by all means. I mean, over in Threads. If you don't have a Threads account, I suggest you make one because it's hilarious over there. But don't come over there with no bullshit because they will eat you up. Anyway, I'm saying that to say that even if you know it's going to affect you in a negative way, say something. Say something. You know, you're not a dumb redneck. We know you're not. Say something. We know that you didn't grow up in a political household. We know about your background. But you know enough now, especially to know that the same system in which you are speaking silently against is the same system that put you where you were to begin with, that started you on your renewal of a journey to walk forward in faith and do the right thing. And yes, I am an ordained minister, by the way. So I want you to pray and ask Yahweh what you should do in this situation and how He should guide your tongue. Because I know that accepting something as big as a Grammy and getting up there and you wanting to really speak with fervor, sometimes we get lost in the sauce. As Christians, that happens. As believers of faith, that happens. Hell, as spiritual people, such as myself, it happens. What do I mean by that? Jelly Roll was excited. He won a Grammy. That's a prestigious honor. Which, by the way, is one of the reasons why Nikki is mad. But it's a prestigious honor, nonetheless. So, in that moment, we can kind of forget where we are, who we are, and lead astray. But we come back. So, again, I ask you to pray for discernment as to how to respond and move with this going forward. Like I said, this is not about being on a hate train for Jelly Roll or none of that shit. This is just me as an ordained minister, as someone who actually liked your music, but I liked your story even more. That's where this is coming from. Unbiased. This ain't got nothing to do with politics, you know. And for the record, just so people can understand and get the fuck off my back, I do not for just one political side. I look at who is going to do what's best for me, my family, the rest of this world, and our generation. Fairly and equally. That's how I go. So please stop calling me a liberal, a libtard, and all of that other bullshit in the comments, because that's not what I am. What I am is a verbal assassin, and I really don't want to do that. So, let's not do that. Anyway, moving on back to Jelly Roll. Um, bro, just pray and ask, what to do going forward. I know you will, and I know you make the right decision. So I just hope and pray that, everything works out for you how you want it to, but that you also look at it from a position of, I had an opportunity to use that platform that night and use my name and my notoriety to not only make a stance for Yahweh, but to also speak up for the things that we know that Yahweh would not be happy with right now. Okay? So just pray and ask what to do going forward. Now, earlier I said that you would see why I said something. The reason why I do say that about the religion is because, yes, we should be cheering each other's religions on, not battling, saying, "Oh, this is the right one. This is the right one. This one. This one. This one." Because wasn't any of us born around that time, so none of us know. So what the fuck are you talking about? We're supposed to coexist peacefully together. Now, I ask a question to those of the Christian faith. How would you have felt if that was Jelly Roll up there, but he actually gave praise to Allah or hmm, Krishna or Buddha or any deity other than God and Christ? How would you have felt then? Because I see a lot of spill coming online from people saying that, they're talking trash about the musicians, but praising him for what he did, speaking about Yahweh. I didn't know Christianity was one sided. I didn't know that. I didn't know that, everything is, I didn't know it was a hypocrisy. I didn't know that. It's time to pull the church back and get the church back right. That's just coming from me. And if you know, you know. And that's what it is. That's it and that's all.